Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Wow. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to each and every one of you. Yeah, I'm still excited for you. I'm still excited for you. Why? Because you're an early adopter. We are early adopters in this new asset class that is a digital asset space. What is going on? What is good? What's good? What's good? Legendary's in the building. How are you, bro? Dano is here. What's good, my guy? Hey, Keyless, the lady of crypto, was in the building. Life is good. What the world? What the world? Brad Garlinghouse says the U.S. is what? The U.S. is screwed. that was crazy hearing that. Ron Hammond's got some updates for us on Congress. We'll get into that. DAI has been on it, taking the exposure of ETHgate to the next level. Crazy. Crypto Cannabis is in the building. What's good with you, bro? Hey, Auntie Val, how are you, miss? It's great to see you checking in today. The market is crazy. Market is doing what the market does. Crazy. Crypto Cannabis says just finished minting 3 NFTs. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Life is good right now. CRO token. Holy moly. Yeah. You did it on Cardano with Cardano apes. Nice. Good for you, bro. Good for you. That is some good stuff right there. Decentralized finance is where we're hanging out. Just got to tell you, that is our shot to win right there. DeFi, this ETHgate thing oh, you got a YouTube channel, Crypto Cannabis? That's what's good, bro. What's the name of your YouTube channel? DAI has been doing this thing. I've got to tell you, that is some really great stuff to see for sure. Market is doing what the market does. We heard about that. What is it? Rosalind Layton from Forbes just dropping the knowledge. Bloomberg is telling us that Wall Street has to catch up with the new kids on the block. That would be us. Wall Street is trying to catch up. Trying to catch up for sure. What's up with this Kyle dude from Multicoin Capital? I don't even know what to say about that guy. Craziness. Absolute craziness for sure. Hopefully this the lag on this is not too bad. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. Hopefully the internet is okay. Man, I might have some challenges sharing Brad's video. I may have some challenges of trying to share Brad's video. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. Hope you guys are doing good. I hope the DeFi space has been good to you. The market is challenging. Raoul Paul said that a lot of retail is out of this market right now because inflation and the cost of goods and services right now is just so high. A lot of people ain't in the space, at least not adding to the positions. That's very, very interesting. So the institutions are here, but it's been tough on retail in terms of trying to add into your position to get into the space because inflation, and again, the cost of gas and foods, whatever, is just up. People don't have the extra cash flow. And that's the challenge. Don't have the cash flow. It's one thing to be illiquid because your money's in the market, but it's quite another thing when there's no cash flow to take on new positions, right? Or to add to your position in the space. That's another thing for sure, you know? Don't know what's going to go on. What's going on, Alex? Good to see you, bro. Careful on the roads, my guy. Patrick says crazy days. Yeah, let me tell you, crazy is freaking right. Let me go over this market with you guys real quick, because the market is doing what the freaking market does. It is unbelievable right now. Total cryptocurrency market cap is 1.92 trillion. It's picked up a little bit. Bitcoin dominance is at 39.1%. That is not great. Bitcoin's at $39,431. Ethereum is at $2,928. XRP is at 67 cents. What the why? Terra Luna is up 21.4% on the 7-day. Are you participating in that eco system right there, trading at $94? Even Dogecoin's up 8% on the 7-day, which is interesting. But look at all the reds. Even my beloved Kronos is down 39.5%. Why Tron is doing something I don't understand. ApeCoin is a $5 billion, a $2 billion or $5 billion market cap currently. $5 billion market cap for ApeCoin. Somebody over there figured out something real good. I'm not participating in the ApeCoin thing. Nope. Algorand is trading at 70 cents. They just got some interesting. Oh, they're trading on FTX now. No movement. FTX, US and global. You can get the algo there. No movement on the price. They're in classics down. I mean, who's controlling this market? I'm not really sure. I just know we're trying not to be beholden to the market, the ebbs and the flows and ups and downs of that market. Yeah, that's what we're trying. What's going on here? The GMT token, I don't know what it's about it, but it is 33.5% up on a 7-day, trading at $3.26. Zcash is up 10% on the 7-day, trading at $152. Just, again, interesting to see. Synthetics 12.3% up on a 7-day, trading at $5.64. Let's go, Curve. Let's go, CRV token, trading at $2.63. It's up 18.7% on a 7-day. Yeah, interesting stuff right there. Yes, a lot of lessons learned to this. This market has been crazy with the opportunity to learn a ton. I mean, just learn a freaking ton right now. Right? Just learn a ton right now with this market. Uh-oh, Dano says he got hit with taxes on 2 properties in Austin. Yeah, that's yeah. That is a problem right now, bro. Austin is the second most overpriced city in the freaking nation. In the nation. Patrick said cash flow definitely an issue for me now. Yeah, yeah, my friend. That is the case for a lot of people right now. It's just a cash flow issue, a cost of goods and services. I mean, did you listen to Brad Garlinghouse, Keyless? Darren Moore showed a video at an event he was at in Puerto Rico. Did you listen to what he said? Craziness. XRP Nick, what's good, my friend? What's good, bro? Keyless says, hit the like, good folks, please. And thank you. Absolutely, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you're enjoying the hangout. And please hit the subscribe button. We got to fix this issue with the subscriber count. It gets to a certain point, and then all of a sudden it goes down by 50 or 60. Like it goes, like I know I'm not, people are not unsubscribing at the rate of 10 to 20 a day. Something's not right. Something's going on there. It's like it's broken, like the sub count. Something's just really weird. And I don't know how to fix it other than trying to reach out to YouTube. And I don't know how to reach out to YouTube in terms of them trying to, fix the issue with this channel. With the subs, it's not that people aren't subbing, it's that the sub count goes down after people sub. Something's not right. Like, it's really crazy. XRP Nick says you got to stimulate that AI algo. Yeah. You got to figure out something. I may have to get back to those 3 videos a day, those 3 uploads a day. I don't know. But it is crazy, my guy. It is crazy. It really is. Yeah, I could easily have been shadow banned for sure. I mean, I mentioned, US government, POTUS, I mentioned some stuff. So I don't know if shadow banned is what it's called or how it works. I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah. Real, like I really don't know, but it has been crazy. Crypto Hulk has the same issue, really. And on the chain guys as well. Yeah. It is a very, very interesting thing. But I'm gonna just keep doing my thing, right? I'm just gonna continue to hang out with the people that show up, hang out with you guys. We continue to do my thing. That's all I can do, That's all I can do. It's like A.L. Williams says, all you can do is all you can do. So I'm gonna keep doing it, figuring it out and making it happen. We're gonna get to 10,000 subs for sure and make it happen. Shadow ban, that's interesting. I gotta tell you, that's some interesting stuff. Legendary, very, very interesting stuff. So listen, I don't even know where to begin with this stuff that digital asset investor is finding. It's craziness. And I'm trying to go through the video a little bit before I play Brad's thing because he kind of curses. And I know they kind of like it not to have the cursing going on at the beginning. But I had my assistant put some of this stuff out on my Twitter page, but it's just not a great look coming out of. I'll start with this because this dude, I'll share this because this dude is special, right? Let me share this. This Michael dude is special. I think I put something out on Twitter that said, this dude is special. Let me see if that was done for me or not. Let me check something here.
Yet, I bet dimes to donuts.
Remember the old dime the donuts deal? Let's see if she was able to do it. I don't know. She might have left. No response. I'll check it, see. But in any case, just Michael, no regrets. Michael is something. DAI put this out. This is something right here. DAI has been on the grind. So part of it is event driven and access to information. So one of the things I keep trying to do is put myself in the center of the ecosystem. Yo, this dude is special. Event driven and access to information. And I try to put myself in the center of the ecosystem. That's code right there. Like that's some code right there for like, I'm on the inside and I know what's about to happen. My dudes hooked me up. My dudes, Joseph Lubin, hooked me up. I'm hanging out with old money, JP Morgan and Goldman's. That's why we got that little relationship going. I can get the Bitcoin and Ether to them, to their funds. This dude is special. Take a listen to this.
There's a lot of information. And so part of it is event driven and access to information. So one of the things I keep trying to do is put myself in the center of the ecosystem. It's when you're center of the ecosystem and it's still a relatively small world, you know what's happening. And so when the Ethereum Alliance got announced, it was well telegraphed that it was going to get announced. You talk to people, you knew it was going to get announced, and then it gets announced and the price goes way, way up. And so I would call that an event-driven trade. Okay, but Ethereum they haven't ruled on yet. I bet dimes to donuts. They will say Ethereum probably was a security, but it's not anymore. There's a lot of information, and so part of it is event driven and access to information. So one of the things I keep trying to do is put myself in the center of the ecosystem. That's when you're center of the ecosystem, and it's still a relatively small world. You know what's happening, and so when the Ethereum Alliance got announced, it was well telegraphed that it was going to get announced. You talk to people, you knew it was going to get announced, and then it gets announced and the price goes way, way up. And so I would call that an event-driven trade. The regulators got worried. I mean, it was interesting. CNBC, not to pick on CNBC, but I think I can see them here. They literally had a show where they were one by one walking people through how to buy the Ripple, the XRP coin. Literally when it was trading at $3.20, having moved from 20 cents 8 weeks earlier. From the day of that show, the thing plummeted. We were short. It plummeted all the way back to 50 cents.
That was peak nonsense?
Peak nonsense. A lot of information. And so part of it is event driven and access to information. So one of the things I keep trying to do is put myself in the center of the ecosystem. It's when you're center of the ecosystem, and it's still a relatively small world. You know what's happening. And so when the Ethereum Alliance got...
You guys get the picture. It says Mike's on the Empower US FOIA list for potential communications with Bill Hammond leading up to the Ethereum Free Pass speech. Well, how about that? This is why I say there is zero shot of those emails. I mean, I would go 0 to 0.5 shot of those emails being made public. So they're going to delay and do their delay thing as much as possible. When it comes time to ante up those emails, I don't see it happening. I don't see that happening at all. Like come on, internet, don't mess with me. That's exactly what it sounds like to me too, Legendary. Guilty. Sounds guilty. Yeah, XRP Nick, you're right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to break that resistance level, my friend. You better believe it. You see how he's wording it? Event-driven, access to information, the center of the ecosystem. Listen, it's just so small right now. It's easy for you to get in the center of it. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Auntie Val, that's right, miss. YouTube is playing games. I know, it's craziness. Yeah, Garlinghouse cursed. Keyless is like, what? Brad cursed? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share that with you guys for sure. And this is just NBN, everything about what happened with Ethereum. I'm not saying it's Vitalik's fault. Obviously, he's involved in it. The dude Vitalik has publicly said that he told people to sell freaking how many thousands of ETH, tens of thousands of ETH for raising money. When Hinman gets something from Chris Dixon and the boys that says to put aside the fundraising done through the ICO. Putting aside the fundraising. Look, it's nasty. And just remember, we can't forget this, that the XRP digital asset, Ripple the company, and the XRP ledger were created before Ethereum. Before Ethereum. And what happened is they could not get into the pockets of Chris Larsen. Knew it was more pure, and so they were waiting for the next thing that they could get in. When they found out about their boy Joseph, the previous Wall Street Goldman, whatever he was, I believe it was Goldman. Oh, this is our way in. This is our way in. And surely you wouldn't put something like that beneath the likes of JP Morgan, would you? surely you're not naive to believe that JP Morgan is just above doing any kind of thing like that. JP Morgan and the boys. What? You mean get on the inside? Get on the inside of something and try to monopolize it? XRP Net says BC Backer talked about XRP running up to the settlement and selling off right after. That's interesting. When did he do that video? XRP Nick, when did he do that? So that's what happened. Ultimately, that's the bottom line. That's what happened. What's going on, XRP Joe? I mean, you just got to look at Lubin and you know. It's a Wall Street guy who saw a way to leverage this new thing called decentralized open source crypto. What's good, XRP Joe? And he brought Wall Street in it, man. That's just the bottom line. Consensus and the whole nine. That's the bottom line is what they did. And they made a ton of money. Made a ton of money. Yep. They sure did. I almost think that if Ripple and Arthur Brittle, David Schwartz, if they had decided to go the smart contract route, probably all of this madness that's going on with the Ethereum Foundation and Consensus and Joseph Lubin probably wouldn't happen. Happy Monday is right. It's payday today, wasn't it? It's payday, freaking payday today as well. That's just not great. And then we get this guy here. I'm trying to. This dude, this Kyle Samani dude. Like, did you guys see this tweet from Composability Kyle? I did a video a couple of days ago and I said, do you really believe that Andreessen Horowitz and Union Ventures or Union Square Ventures invested in this dude? I find it fascinating that everybody was shorting XRP, at the same time. All those people shorting, including Mike Novogratz, shorting XRP and then admitting it. Pretty interesting stuff. Let me share this. Both Kyle Samani and Tushar John of Multicoin Capital bashed Ripple the company and XRP in 2018 and said they were shorting it. Ethereum, however, was completely legit and it made sense to them. Then this dude now, because he's on Solana, Composability Kyle's currently now kind of on Solana. Another big time VC backing blockchain. This is what he says. This is November of 2021. Oh, this dude. Check this out. The concentrated ownership argument is bullcrap because he's trying to defend Solana because the word on the street with Solana ecosystem, it is heavily VC backed. Solana trying to pull the Ethereum thing, right? And he says the concentrated ownership argument is BS, says Composability Kyle. Bitcoin and ETH are insanely concentrated. Saying these are okay and Solana is not is just ridiculous. The biggest holders of ETH, Lubin and others, aren't transparent about it. This dude don't know how to be quiet, man. Like, the dude don't know how to be quiet. This is the same dude let me show this other one if I can find it. Like the dude just don't like he doesn't know how to be quiet. Check this out. Let's see here.
But he then, after talking to Grunfest, and I pulled
fairly significant crypto practice, practical, some suggestions. Stanford
got a nice little working group of law firms that are in the space that are doing this.
If we get the SEC's blessing. So the last 6 or 7 months, we've been very much engaged with the SEC on a number of fronts. One of them being Andreessen Horowitz reached out to the chairman when he made a speech at Stanford saying, we're going after the lawyers, we're going after the accountants. And sat down with him, and what the chairman of the SEC said was, look, form a small working group and come up with some suggestions. Pretty much saying, look, we're tired of talking to people about the Howey test. Put some real practical suggestions together. So Andreessen
Jay Clayton told Andreessen Horowitz, and by way of Chris Dixon, look, we're tired of talking about this Howey test. Put some proposals together for us. This is a complete 180 from we're going after these law firms and these VCs that are doing the stuff that they're doing. No. Now it's after a conversation with Andreessen Horowitz, he flipped that, saying, all right, just put a little proposal together. Tell us what what you think you like, and can you imagine? And that's what Chris Dixon did. That's what the previous guy here was talking about.
Horowitz, together with Union Square Ventures, sat down with 3 law firms, McDermott, Will and Emery, Perkins Coie, and Cooley, all of whom had a fairly significant crypto practice, together with 2 academics, Joe Grunfest and Adam, as well as NVCA, and we sat down and came up with a safe harbor that we felt we could, in fact, suggest to the SEC that they start their thinking in that direction. And we submitted that. Perkins Coie did a memo. And if any of you don't have those materials, just let me know. I can email them to you. They were supposed to be confidential and submitted to the SEC. Within days, they were public. In fact, as full work product at this point, and the reason I mention that is Director Hinman's speech that I'm sure everybody at least is familiar with or has heard about. Most of what he says in there came out of the safe harbor as well as the meetings that we had with him. And
most of what he said came from what we wrote up about the safe harbor and the meetings that we had with him. It's right there. It doesn't get any clearer than that. And the safe harbor proposal was not about crypto. It was about Ethereum. Because they knew that whole ICO thing was not a great look. And they had all kind of money in this Ethereum Enterprise Alliance thing.
I think that's where Brad came in and made an incredible effective presentation in one of the days that we met with a variety of people.
Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to start. Yeah, that is some interesting stuff right there, guys. I mean, she says it right there. I mean, I'm not sure if you need any more than that. That's right, Dano. Michael Novogratz and Joseph Luhman were roommates in college. I mean, event driven and access to information, center of the ecosystem. I'm telling you, that dude Mike is special. Mike is special. But you're right, Dano. Mike Novogratz and Joseph Lubin were roommates in college. XRP Joe, she straight out says it. Straight out. And nothing, what's being done? And so now, in addition to hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend going around with the concession speech, Jay Clayton is all of a sudden taking a little tour and saying, well, just because you might have got a little kind of pass doesn't mean that that's going to continue to happen. That's what he's trying to say now. That's what he's trying to say now. And what's it going to matter? Again, billions of dollars. What's going to matter if they pay a $300, $400, $500 fine? They've already made their billions. Guys, they've already made their billions. Just like the JP Morgan approach. Look, how much do you think that, JP Morgan sits down with his people and look, we're getting ready to do something real crooked. How much is it going to cost us, do you think? Okay, you think it's going to cost us about $1 billion? Well, what do you think we're going to make from having to do this crookedness? Oh, about $8 billion? Okay, cool. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. It's always about money in versus money out. Always. Okay, it's going to cost us about $1 billion. We're going to make about $8 billion. That keeps us up $7 billion. We're good with it. Let's move forward. We know we're not going to get jail time. We know we're not going to, our freedom is not going to be taken away from us. We know it. So we're good with the fine. I mean, we're still up. We're still up $7 billion. And they know it. They know the game. They know it. They'll lock people up for stealing. A belt costs $5. They'll put them in jail. They'll put them in jail for some nonsense, less than $500. They'll put them in jail. More than $500. They'll put them in jail. But if you do something crooked for billions of dollars, you get no jail time. I mean, that's a great, awesome system right there. That is an awesome system. Okay, I can't show any more videos. That sucks. Internet is just not great. So I apologize, guys. Can't show any more of the videos. I think this article from Forbes is really hitting home, don't you? Did you guys see this article from Rosalind Layton? That's right, Kayla. It's going to be done. You guys see this article from Rosalind Layton about the SEC emails? I just don't see it, guys. I don't see a scenario where the SEC lets those emails be public. Because even if it didn't happen during Gary Gensler's tenure as chairman, they're not going to go out searching for Jay Clayton. They're going to talk about him. They're going to talk about, all these questions are going to be asked of Cherry Gensler. And plus, it would just put a crazy stain, a bad stain on the SEC. And no matter what, that's going to affect his political aspiration. Hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. It's going to affect his political aspirations. It's no way he's going to let that happen. Plus, the emails probably let some other people look, make them look pretty bad. I mean, Bill's already, more than likely, William, I hope he invested the $15 million well, because it looks like he's going to be the dude that's going to be thrown under the bus. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. And how is Jay Clayton, who is no longer the chairman, just going to come out publicly and say, just because you kind of got this free pass and no enforcement action has come to you, doesn't mean that it's not coming. How do you know, dude? And I really do feel like, they're going to try to make up, the SEC is going to try to make up for this, big time scam that's not going away. Remember, Empower US is not going away. They're not going away. So, right? Someone's going to have to take the fall for what happened. And it's going to be Hammond. Ninja Pants, what's good, bro? My friend, how are you? Right? And it's going to have to be Hammond. It's not going to be Clayton. Someone's going to have to take the fall. And Rosalind, was it Rosalind Layton? No, Monica Long called out the absurdity of the SEC using William Hammond's speech as guidance in one case and saying it's a personal opinion in another case. Did you guys see that from Monica Long? Called them out. Called them out big time. You guys see that? Let me know if you guys have seen that. If not, I'll share it with you guys. Called them out big time. Ninja Pants, 1,000%. Rosalind Layton's news article is amazing. Worth to read, 100%. Did you see Ninja Pants? Did you see the one from Monica Long? I'll share both of those with you guys. Since there's no video, I'll be able to share it. I'll share that. I'm telling you, interesting stuff. Man, I've been messing around with the crypto.com app and their DeFi wallet. That's been really, really cool. Been a lot of fun there. I was on the Meyer exchange yesterday, checking out our liquidity position there. That's been really, really cool. Yeah. In fact, you think about it, we're up, it's an interesting model there. I am bummed that I'll have to exit my position on Curve. I'm a little bummed, but I'm most likely going to have to do that because I just can't see exiting anywhere else. Can't exit my Bitcoin Cash position, EOS, Cash, Dash. Can't really do it. Yeah, let's share that. I'm telling you, that's some interesting stuff. We'll do Rosalind. We'll do Rosalind, then we'll do Monica Long. Monica Long calling them out. My dude, calling them out. Oh, this laptop. Come on, laptop. A lot of people, I saw a couple of people sharing this. I shared it this morning, I think, and yesterday. It's really good. Where is it? Where's it go? What happened here? Man, these ads is just brutal. It's brutal. Let me see some here. All the SEC's emails. Oh, man. Rosalind Layton. The Securities and Exchange Commission has lorded the sword of Damocles. Oh, how about that? Has lorded the sword of Damocles over fintech for years. Rosalind not holding any punches, man. It has used the blunt force of regulation by enforcement to make de facto rules against innovative companies rather than following the notice and comment steps required by the 1948 Administrative Procedure Act. Its lawsuits against Kick Interactive, Telegram, and I might add, Library, and most famously, Ripple, shows the sledgehammer wielded for quick settlements that avoid judicial tests. But dozens of emails, if compelled by the court, could bring the agency's reckoning. I love it. The SEC took it too far with Ripple accusing the enterprise blockchain company of failing to register the digital asset XRP as a security since 2013, even though it duly operates as a bona fide bridge currency. Go ahead, Miss Layton. Even though it duly operates as a bona fide bridge currency. Exchanges immediately dropped trading of the Ripple currency XRP, and investors lost billions of dollars in value. The SEC's flippant decision stoked a class action firestorm from the ferocious decentralized XRP community. To justify its actions in court, the SEC has leaned heavily on the so-called Howey test, that an asset is a security if its value is derived by the actions of a third party. Fintech policy scholars debate whether the Supreme Court case about shares in Florida orange groves in the 1940s is applicable to blockchains and cryptocurrencies. Ripple has attacked the SEC's thin reasoning and challenged the due process of retroactive illegality in a climate of regulatory confusion that the agency itself created. Central to Ripple's defense in a 2018 speech delivered by then SEC Director of Corporation Finance, William Hammond, in which he declared that Ether, the native currency to Ethereum, issued in a high-profile initial coin offering in 2014. A high-profile initial coin offering in 2014 was no longer a security, as it became sufficiently decentralized over time. Again, we all know that Andreessen Horowitz, Chris Dixon, a couple of the law firms came up with this verbiage for William Hammond to use. The lady just told you. Despite boilerplate discussions, or despite boilerplate disclaimers that the speech was his personal opinion and not necessarily that of the commission, the market interpreted the speech as regulatory guidance. And by the way, Ms. Layton, Monica Long would agree with you. Even Hinman and then SEC Chair Jay Clayton said publicly that the speech reflected the SEC's view. Ripple, the exchange, Coinbase, and others sought clearer guidance from the SEC, but to no avail. The best conclusion was that the SEC gave Ether a free pass, and that the same logic, if applied to XRP, would make it a currency. Ripple never had an ICO, and its network was fully built and decentralized before a single token sale took place. Wisely, Ripple demanded that the SEC provide some 70 emails circulated within the agency about the infamous speech. The SEC has fought a long, desperate battle to keep the emails confidential as part of its obfuscation of discovery, and even issued an 11th hour expert report on the last day of discovery. We all know that the court was not happy about such a thing, right? The court stated the SEC has conducted itself improperly by serving an unauthorized supplemental report on the last day of discovery. She was not happy about that. I don't know, what's this deal with Mary Jo White? I'm trying to figure this out. But in parallel, the XRP army has organized into a putative class of over 66,000, Ms. Layton, retail XRP holders led by friend of the court, Johnny Deaton. They've crowdsourced an investigation of evidence that Hinman, while at the SEC, earned $15 million in retirements from Simpson Thacher, a law firm linked to Ethereum. This conflict of interest has also won the attention of Empower Oversight. Yes, ma'am. A nonprofit legal watchdog, which filed a raft of FOIA requests. Such conflicts forced Clayton's predecessor, Mary Jo White, to recuse herself from more than 4 dozen enforcement actions. This is some great stuff. Adding yet another lawsuit against the agency, the watchdog's FOIA requests have hit pay dirt. Despite SEC claims that no relevant emails existed, these incriminating emails show the SEC's lengthy process to explain away the unseemly payments to Hinman, including a memo by SEC Ethics Counsel and repeated warnings on criminal financial conduct. Such brazen conduct is business as usual at the SEC. Outraged investors and consumers now seek justice in court, providing the reckoning that Congress should have imposed. This blasé acceptance to agency overreach could punish lawmakers in November. My question to you is, will it? Are you going to put your vote where your money is? Because the reason why hashtag Gary Gensler has not been held accountable and called to the carpet is because of the whole the way the Democratic look to the House Financial Services Committee, et cetera, in the House, et cetera. The only one willing to call him to the carpet are the Republicans like Emmer and Toomey. Is this a new asset class? Are we early? Is this our shot to win? Is this our chance to win? The digital asset space, decentralized finance. Is it? If you believe that, are you going to let hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend and his boys at Goldman and JP Morgan take it away from you? Because who do you think ushered to the front of the room Gary Gensler? Do you think it was the POTUS? It's not the POTUS job to go out and find candidates. His job is to wait and let them usher the candidates to the front of the room. That dude, hashtag Gary Gensler, is not your friend, was privately selected. He wasn't publicly. He was privately selected, not publicly elected. How important is it to you to not have this digital asset space be taken away from you and I and given to them, where they can throw all kind of accredited investor stuff, charge you fees? How would you like to be charged, crazy commission for staking? I know there's some commissions right now. How would you like to have some crazy stuff with no choices? How would you like to get a non-activity fee charged to you in crypto, in this crypto space? That's what's going to happen if we let them come and take this space from us. And the question is, are you going to put your vote in place? Monica Long did a really, really great thing here. She responded to, the SEC puts out this little comment thing that Rosin Layton was talking about on their proposals, right? You get they take public comments, right? So she took the opportunity to express her, dislikes and uncomfortable, feelings towards not only the proposal, but other stuff as well. So here it is right here. Monica Long, she's at ADAM right now, the Association for Digital Asset Markets, April 18th of 2022. Says here, the Association for Digital Assets Markets, Adam, appreciates the opportunity to comment on the Securities and Exchange Commission's request on the SEC's proposed changes to the regulation ATS Rule 3B, the 16, and Regulation SCI, all of which are adopted under the Securities Act of 1934. We all know that they got busted trying to change this thing around so that they can get more authority in the space. But she used this opportunity here to make a little comment. Let's check it out here. I'm going to start right here because I think it's pretty crazy, but she sure did go there. For example, in a widely publicized 2018 speech, let me see if I want to do something before that. Here it is right here. As the SEC is well aware, it and its staff have been very active in issuing guidance and bringing enforcement actions related to those digital assets which the SEC views as securities. On its website, it provides a running tally of the various enforcement actions it brought related to digital assets and initial coin offerings, with over 100 actions brought as of the date of this letter, according to some industry analysis. While the SEC has brought a great deal of actions, the volume of these actions should not be construed as reflecting a conclusive view regarding the SEC's authority and jurisdiction over digital assets. In this respect, there has been a shifting landscape regarding the SEC's exact authority over digital assets that leads to market confusion, but that also can undermine the SEC's own jurisdictional efforts in this space. Body blows, some haymakers right here. For example, in a widely publicized 2018 speech before the Yahoo Finance All Market Summit on crypto, William Hammond, then director of the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, outlined his views regarding the securities analysis undertaken when assessing when a digital asset is construed as a security. In that speech, Director Hammond focused on the manner in which a digital asset is sold and analyzed those efforts under the investment contract test outlined in SEC versus Howey and his progeny. Director Hammond then stated that, when I look at Bitcoin today, I do not see a central third party whose efforts are a key determining factor in the enterprise. The network on which Bitcoin functions is operational and appears to have been decentralized for some time, perhaps from inception. Applying the disclosure regime of the federal securities laws to the offer and resale of Bitcoin would seem to add little value. And putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network and its decentralized structure, current office and sales of Ether are not securities transaction. And as with Bitcoin, applying the disclosure regime of the federal securities laws to current transactions in Ether would seem to add little value. We all know who gave him this stuff to say. We all know people from the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Or is it the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance? They gave it to him. Monica Long goes on to say, thus, the industry operated under the assumption that Bitcoin and Ether were not securities. However, as recently as February of 2022, staff from the SEC's Division of Enforcement have, according to reports, disavowed Hammond's speech as personal opinion, repeatedly stating during oral argument in the SEC versus Library Inc. that the SEC has not asserted that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. The SEC has not asserted that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. She's saying that this is what they're stating in the SEC versus library. These reports, if accurate, further the main defense. Check this out, guys. These reports, if accurate, further the main defense in another case that the SEC is currently litigating. In that case, the court denied the SEC's motion to strike the defendant's affirmative defense that it violated securities laws, which is the SEC had failed to provide fair notice that its conduct was in violation of laws, and this is in violation of due process. That case has potential to significantly curtail the SEC's enforcement approach to digital assets if the court agrees that the SEC did not provide market participants with fair notice regarding its views of digital assets. Given that the SEC staff now appears to be distancing the SEC from the Hammond speech, it is clear that market participants are left further in the dark regarding the SEC's jurisdiction over digital assets. She is going to go on to say, but that's okay though, because it looks like we're going to get some other people. But check this out. Another recent case out of the Southern District of New York dismissed a case against a global crypto exchange, and I believe that would be Binance. In the process, questioned the timelines to file complaints in court and the jurisdiction of various digital asset providers. In the case, U.S. District Judge wrote that the investors suing the exchange for losses and failure to disclose risk, in fact, sued too late, having waited more than a year after their purchases. In addition, the judge wrote, plaintiffs must allege more than stating that plaintiffs bought tokens while located in the United States, and that title passed in whole or in part over servers located. This is great. That was a great win for crypto space as a whole. This implied that domestic securities laws did not apply because the exchange was not a domestic exchange. She is pointing out the losses. She's sticking the knife in. Even if it used Amazon computer servers and Ethereum blockchain computers in the United States. The uncertainty regarding the SEC's authority over digital assets, including the SEC staff's apparent shift regarding the status of Bitcoin and Ethereum, is further complicated by the fact that the status of digital assets is still being actively considered by other branches of government. She is digging in the knife right here. For instance, in November 2021, the President's Working Group on Financial Markets, along with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, they released a report on the risk and legislative recommendations for stable coins, a form of digital assets that are designed to maintain a stable value relative to the national currency or reference assets or other reference assets. Although there were press reports leading up to the publish of the PWG report indicating that the SEC won concessions that would have made it the top regulator for stablecoins, the PWG report stated otherwise. Instead, the report recommended, among other things, that stablecoin issues be insured depository institutions, effectively recommending that they be subject to banking regulation as opposed to securities regulations. Ooh, I'm telling you, body blow. Oh, she goes on and on and on about you guys ain't providing any clarity. In fact, you keep going back and forth. Hammond's thing was the deal, and Hammond's thing wasn't the deal. But that's okay though, because we got other people. We got other people coming in here to save the day, and the SEC is losing jurisdiction. She is. Oh, this is really something. I could go on and on and on about reading this, but I will not. I'm telling you, this is great stuff. Let me get this for you guys so you can have it. That, my friends, is some good stuff right there from Monica Long. Body blows. Body blows right there. I mean, haymakers. DJ Lawrence is in the building. What's good? That's right, Ninja Pants. Even the judge on the SEC case, Hammond, she knew about XRP's functionality 100%. But in order to hold hashtag Gary Gensler accountable, we got to deal with what we have. Got to hold that dude accountable, in my humble opinion. Wow, you guys, did you see Mark Cuban's tweet about the SEC? Mark Cuban, I have not. Kibus, do you have that? Would love for you to share it. Here's this PDF from Monica Long. Boy, I'm telling you, whoo, this is her thing to the SEC. That is, wow. I'm talking about body blows, talking about haymakers. That is something right there. That is something. Ooh, she is not. Oh man, that is some great stuff there, guys. Mark Cuban's saying something about the SEC. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it for you guys. Silence for life. Let me share this with the fam here real quick. Thank you, Keelan, for sharing this. Mark Cuban.
You shouldn't be taking enforcement action against somebody without having first provided that clarity.
I see the red light.
And some clarity, public clarity, I think would be helpful.
I see the red light, but I see the red light, but I agree with you.
Now,
so Mark Cuban, the SEC wants to use cases they win as precedent. Cases they lose, they want them silenced. This changes precedent and prevents investors from learning from them. Why hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend? I thought you were bringing fairness and justice to the SEC. You can change this. Unconstitutional gag rules. Wow. It says silence for life. This is from New Civil Liberties Alliance put this tweet out. Former ACLU President Nadine Strossen, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Philip Goldstein, Nelson, tagged those people, and 10 liberty-minded organization asked SCOTUS to review the SEC's unconstitutional gag rules as amici in the Romero versus the SEC. So when they win, they want to talk about them and brag about it. When they lose, they want to silence it. You can't say anything, talk anything, whatever. That's some interesting stuff right there. Just more stuff to point out. The SEC has got to go. Like, they have got to just go. They got to go. You know, gotta go. And that's what we need. We got to be able to hold people accountable right now. And right now, for us in the crypto space, it is without questioning hashtag Gary Gensler. And we have to do what we got to do because there's a certain group of people willing to hold them accountable. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. That are willing to hold them accountable, call them to the carpet. Hashtag Gary Gensler, is not your friend. It's trying to turn over the crypto, the digital asset space to his boys at Goldman's and JP Morgan. That's what he's trying to do. Pay attention. That's what he's trying to do. And at the least to slow down. Oh, anything open, decentralized, open source like the XRP ledger is a blockchain. XRP is a digital asset. And the companies that will take over their golden goose, which is the payment system. Ripple is coming for them, and they know it. It's the bottom line. We got to hold them accountable. And unless other parties are willing to do it, I'm not trying to have anything to do with them. We're talking about a financial system here. We're not talking about a street light. You know, you only got 2 and now you want 3. We're not talking about a street light. We're not talking about a speed bump that you want in your neighborhood or a stop sign. We're talking about a financial system and one in which we were allowed to participate on a level, at least we thought, on a level playing field, where you and I are able to invest freely in protocols like SMTP, ACTP. We weren't allowed to invest in those protocols. Today, we're allowed to invest in the protocols in a new financial system. And they're trying to take it away from us. I'm not sure if there's anything more important than the opportunity to create generational wealth. And that's what we have here. And they're trying to take it away from us because they know that we have walked away from being their liquidity. A no freaking action. What do they call it? No activity fee. You're going to charge someone $20 to $30 because they haven't used the account? What? Someone had 1,002 cents in their bank account and their checks came up to 1,003 cents. And you're going to charge them $35? I want to put my money in your bank and you want to charge me to do so? Come on. Something to ponder, something to consider. I know for me, this is way too important. This is way too important. We're talking about a financial system where my children and my grandchildren can participate on a level playing field. They not have to jump through some kind of madness of hoops like accredited investor for crypto. And let some dude tell me that I'm not smart enough to pick myself up if I make a mistake with my money. If I get hoodwinked or bamboozled, I'm not strong enough. Wait, hold on a second. No, we know you're going to run straight to the loony bin if you make a mistake. We can't have that. There's no way you can pick yourself up from a mistake you make financially. We're going to protect you. Are you kidding me? And then turn around and keep all the money that they get and keep it for themselves. Keep it for themselves. They quick to shout out the amount that they get from these quote unquote scammers or bad people, but they don't want to tell you how much they give back to the people that were scammed. They don't want to share that amount with you. Give me a break. This is too big, in my opinion. This is too big, in my opinion, to turn it over to hashtag Gary Gensler and let him give it away. And with this 1 to 200 million, his boys and his political aspiration, no. I want to hold that dude accountable. So I know where I'm putting my vote. I want to hold him accountable. I want him to, let loose of the reins. Because he's trying to turn it over. Trust me when I tell you that. That's what he's trying to do. Trust me, because guys, for decades, we have been their liquidity. I hope you know that. You think you're you think you got your own 401k. It's a lie. It's not your 401k. It's not your TSP. It's not your freaking mutual fund. It's not your money market. It's theirs. I challenge you to read the fine lines. I challenge you to read the fine line. It's not yours. And at any time, under some kind of situation, they can just not give you your money. Pirates of Manhattan, Barry Dyke, I challenge you to read it. Both 1 and 2. I challenge you to read the real deal. Do your homework on Eric I think it's Edelman. Do your homework. You got to get what the real deal is with financial planners and advisors. What's the real deal? Where do you think they get all that training from? You think they making that up themselves? They got to get the blueprint from someone. Where do you think they're getting it from? Your next door neighbor? No. Got to pay attention. Where are they getting that from? All right, guys, look, I'm going to hop off my little rant there. It's been a really, really cool hang. Mafia-ish is right, my guy. You just got to be made aware. That's why I'm here. Got to let you know. It ain't yours. That's not your 401k. I'm telling you, it's not your 401k. It's not your TSP. It's not. It's not your mutual fund. It's not your money market. It's not. Now, if you're blessed to get away with it, but when crap hits the fan, they can legally not give you your money. Ask someone. When that 2008, 2009 happened, ask them what happened to the retirement. They put that money in. Why were they not made whole? Crypto and the monetary policy that comes with the likes of Bitcoin and others, where you're responsible. Look, I want to be responsible for the custody of my money. And I want to be able to choose my money. And if I screw it up, I screw it up. I don't need you, Mr. Banker. I don't need you for financing, and I don't need you to custody my money. I don't need you. I can do it all myself. I'm my own bank. The question is, are you your own bank? Are you hanging out with people that are acting in your best interest? That's the question. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this video or live stream like I do all of my live stream. It's been a really, really cool hang. DJ Jarvis, I appreciate you hanging out, my guy. Keyless, Dano, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Dano. I appreciate that, bro. Ninja Pants and Legendary Alex G. Ramundo. I appreciate you being here, my guy. Who else? XRP Joe, as always. I appreciate you, bro. XRP Nick, Auntie Val, appreciate you checking in, miss. Always great to hear from you. Patrick, thanks for checking in. Crypto Cannabis, one of the first in the building. I appreciate you being here, my dude. Guys, never ever, I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.